Hi everybody, my name is Justyna. I'm the founder of Women Blockchain Canada, and I'm here with Jori from EthicHub, and we're going to discuss, first, let's discuss, do you think blockchain can lead to financial literacy in the world?
I think it can be a catalyzer, but I don't think it is like its main value proposition. I think the value proposition is behind that. Is more like transparency, immutability, censorship resistance, decentralization, improved governance, etc. No? For sure, as it is assets, and it decreases the ownership barriers of entry. It allows a lot of low-income people to, for the first time in their lives, have some NFTs and some cryptos because they do something, some airdrop or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. So maybe you can go into what is ReFi and what are you doing in the space?
So for me, ReFi basically is the goal of all this work we are doing within crypto is meaningless unless it at the end results on impacting the real world and in a positive way, no? Because at the end technology can be used for the good or for the bad. So we are building this super cool tech, and which main goal should be to impact the world. And this is ReFi, no? At least when you do it in a positive, productive way, this is ReFi.
Wonderful. And why do you think it's relevant at this time?
I mean, because we are running out of time. There is a lot of problems in the world. The UN nations call it the SDGs, no? It's the main problems we have to face worldwide, and some of them are super urgent, no? Like climate change and so on. We have to find ways to impact on those problems, and I think blockchain is a very powerful tool, and so on. ReFi, which means using this powerful tool for solving these problems, it's urgent that we focus on its success, no? in its adoption.
And what about for yourself? Has getting into blockchain gotten you more literate regarding finances?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as I said, it makes you much easier, no, to interact with assets and track the value of those assets, and it's a bit of gamification of financing. So
maybe you can go into that a little bit, like gamification of financing.
I mean, traditional finance it has higher barriers of entry. No, if you want to have some stocks, is tough stuff. No, if you want to have some real estate, it's even you have to have a huge network asset value. But in order to have some NFTs and some small crypto portfolio, that's super easy, and it's like, for many people, it's like
so it's a game changer for many people who cannot access the regular systems with larger assets, and the barriers to entry are smaller.
Exactly.
And what about in terms of the SDGs? How are you working on that yourself right now within the space?
So we are contributing to 8 SDGs, but especially reducing inequalities and financial inclusion. So for me, the biggest problem with the traditional financial system is that it left excluded a quarter of the world population, the so-called unbanked. So our why behind EthicHub is, okay, now we have this super powerful technology, which for the beginners will change the financial system with a new one, much more powerful. So let's focus on using this new tool to solve the bigger problems of the traditional financial system. And this is what we are doing in EthicHub, working with smallholder farmers in developing economies, which are the majority of the excluded of the traditional financial system. And as they don't have data nor assets that nobody wants as collateral, that's why they remain excluded. So what we did is inventing something we call crowd collateral, which means you buy ethics and stake on behalf of the farmers, so they have collateral, so other people lend the money.
Wonderful. So for those who may not know what refi is, can you just give the audience like a broad overview of that as well?
I mean, there is not like a official definition, as this is a new concept, and within the space we have like a bit of arguing what is really the refi, no? So refi means regenerative finance. So in the finance side is basically using DeFi tools and crypto tools for regeneration. And what is regeneration? Basically a new social and economical system in which we are not talking anymore about sustainability, and for sure not only about money. We are talking about a holistic view of assets. We are talking about 8 different forms of capital, not only environmental, social and economic assets, but also cultural, spiritual, experiential assets, as we are having here in ETHDenver, where people comes to learn and get inspired about things happening and how to change them and how to leverage on this to impact them into the world.
Yeah, so I think going back to what you were saying earlier, right? Like blockchain has impacted your life, it reduces barriers. Now we're redefining things, we're creating terms where, we are also putting different kind of assets on the blockchain that we didn't even think about before. So what do you think, where are we headed now? Where do you see this going?
So we are moving towards mass adoption. We are in super early stage yet. For me, the most important data is that Web3 is growing faster than Internet in the 90s. And we are in the level of adoption in 1998, something like that. So we are super early. A lot of adoption is yet to come. That means huge growth for the next following years, and that also means that we still don't know how to use this. It's like in 1998 we didn't thought on social networks that you could do in 1998 with internet, but it was like we didn't yet understood what we could do with internet, and it takes 6 years more to start having social networks, and same happened here with blockchain. No? That we still are yet understanding what we can do. For sure the easiest use case is using decentralized money in decentralized finance, but the main goal is moving towards decentralized social networks and decentralized governance of the real world, not only of a DeFi protocol. Right?
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much today.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you.